Good evening, friends. Happy Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday, isn't it? Oh, I've been out of it. Yeah, it's Friday. I've been so out of it recently. I've got COVID as well, which is always fun. Oh, let me move this. I feel absolutely fine, but yeah, I've got COVID. So I've been told to take the time off work, which is really disorienting because I'm like, well, I don't actually know what day it is. But I do know what day it is because I've got streams to kind of plan around and chats with my girlfriend and stuff. But yeah, happy Friday! And what the heck happened yesterday with Zelda news? I'm still processing everything. I'm still freaking out. I'm still like, what the heck happened? What was that trailer? Oh my god, I'm blown out of my mind. I'm blown out of my mind. But I need to breathe. But like, that was so exciting. It was oh goodness. Anyway, hi. My name is Sam. I am a Twitch variety streamer here, and I play nature games, I play variety games, I play Nintendo, I play Zelda, I play Pokemon, I play puzzle games, and we just chill and we vibe and we chat and we have fun. So that's what's going to be happening today, hopefully, and we're going to learn a lot. And so we're going to play Little Mouse's Encyclopedia, and we've got the pond and we've got the garden to explore this time. And so we'll see what nature is in the pond and garden and see what is there. I'm also wearing my merch. So this is what kind of, let me step back and kind of show you. This is what my merch kind of looks like from the front. Here. I know you've already played, it's got my little logo here. Here, it's got my little logo there. So the mirroring kind of confuses me. It's got my little logo here. And on the back, let me show you the back. And the back's got this little pattern here, which is very, very cool. Like a spring nature scene. And you can kind of see it a bit more on this mug. This is kind of the full expanded kind of scene. Oh, if the camera focuses. But yeah, you can kind of see it a bit there. And so if you want any of my merch, it's on my Fourth Wall shop. So you can... where's the link? It's my Mix It Up. And then I'm sure I have a merch command. Is it merch? Let's try again. That's very odd. I could have sworn I had a merch command. Oh. I'm going to need to edit that because birthday is wrong. That is not active anymore. I'm going to need to edit that. I've not edited it for a while. Clearly. But yeah, you can go to that link and that link is still active. But the code is wrong. Let's see if it works now. But yeah, you can go over there and grab some of my merch if you like. Also, I have a bagel. Because I was starving before stream. I'm so hungry. But yeah, so we're going to play Little Mouse's Encyclopedia today. And then tomorrow, I will play Pokemon Infinite Fusion. And we'll be able to find our last gym. Which I still need to raise the level of my seal. So it can learn Dive. And then I can get to the next gym. So I'll do that before stream. And just a reminder as well, the 22nd of April, I have my charity stream, my autism acceptance charity stream. So, if you want to join for that, that'd be absolutely amazing. And it's going to be a really fun day. We're going to start like early morning-ish and go all day until about 7:30. So that's going to be a really fun day. We'll have community games. We'll play some Pokemon. And lots of other stuff will be happening. So that'll be really, really nice. If anyone wishes to join for that. And also, I'm going to be doing a new thing as well. And I've started working on it today. And I'm going to start announcing my streams monthly and weekly. So every week on a Sunday or a Monday, I'll announce when my streams are. But I'll also do that monthly basis as well. And so these are all the streams for a month. So I'm going to start planning my streams on a monthly basis. So I can understand when I can plan my month a bit better. I just have a bit more planning going on in the background and a bit more to kind of know what's going on and everything. And so then planning everything on a monthly basis hopefully help me structure my month a bit better. Which is the plan. But yeah, so I'm streaming Little Mouse's Encyclopedia today, and tomorrow I'm going to play Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I'm going to play it a bit before stream so I can get my seal leveled up so it can learn Dive. So that I can battle on the final gym in the Kanto region. But yeah. But yeah, I will get started very soon. But I hope you all have had a wonderful week, and you're telling me all about it. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend as well. Just one sec. So yeah, we're going to be having a chilled stream today, learning about nature and wildlife and stuff. Maybe my mix it up bot is being funny. See if the Discord command works. Yeah, the Discord command works, so why did the merch command not work? Oh, maybe that's why. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I had it under the wrong trigger. So that's now working. Yeah. Let's get started with the game. Le game. And we're going in. So we've done the burrow, we've done the forest, we're in the pond now. Which means we're going diving. What? I've forgotten the controls now. Oh, yeah, this was it. Mosquito larvae. Fine hairs, breathing tube, hanging upside down from the surface. The larvae of the mosquito feed on aquatic microorganisms, develop in water tanks in 4 stages. The female lays the eggs. The larvae hatch after 2 days. The larvae turns into a pupa with a big head. Pupa becomes an adult. So we've got a water boatman there. We've got some fish here. Fish development. Hatched larvae called fish fry. Fish fry have many enemies, from water beetles to water birds. Egg, embryo, larva with yolk sac, and juvenile. Okay. Oh, we've got a bird here. A reed warbler. Slender long beak, light brown colouring, sings prominently by day or night. Migratory bird that flies south to Africa each October, inhabits dense reed beds and scrub near water, feeds on insects, spiders, but also berries. Happily climbs reed stalks. Cuckoo often lays its egg in the warbler's nest. Oh, this is really interesting. I didn't expect them to mention cuckoo, because cuckoos will live in the nests of other birds, and will outcompete the young of those birds. Because cuckoos are very big, so they will eat a heck of a lot more than the birds that are in it. So it outcompetes the young for food, which is really interesting. And it's not just reed warblers. Oh, they do that. Koipu. Okay, Koipu, interesting. Nostrils, thick coat, tactile whiskers, webbed feet, scaly tail. Is mainly vegetation. Is a large invasive rodent. Okay, so they mention invasive here. The invasive species are ones that cause negative impact upon the environment, such by their population being too much, or by introducing toxins into the environment, or predating too much of the a natural predator prey. And so yeah, all their distinctive orange teeth. It's young or born throughout the year. It lives the bank. It riddles the bank it lives in with burrows. What's this? Curled pondweed. Leaves are alternate sessile. Sessile means stalkless, if you remember from the last stream. Flower close up, leaf close up. Rhizome. So this is the root structure. A very good food for fish. Grows in stagnant or slow-moving water. Its leaves are submerged, making a good hiding place for fish fry. So in a pond, vegetation is essential, both for having hiding places for prey, but also oxygenating the water, making it survivable, introducing oxygen. They will also often affect the pH and the salinity of the water as well. And so here this is kind of talks about it grows in stagnant or slow moving water, so ponds. So it's a way of showing, looking at the vegetation in a pond can be a really good way of knowing if a pond is a healthy environment, if it's got lots of vegetation or the right kind of vegetation, can be a really good indication of water quality. water scorpion, wings, breathing tubes, a member of the predatory true bugs. Lives in water with silty bottom and overgrown banks. The breathing tube works in the same way. Sorry, my nose is blocked. I need to go get some tissues. So breathing tube works the same way as a snorkel. When hunting, first steers up the silt for cover, and when the prey is near, catches it with the legs and injects it with venom. That's very cool. It's very cool. So what is this fish? I feel like I know what it is, but I forget. Pike. Okay. Pretty big. Mouth is full of sharp teeth. Its fry hide in thick vegetation. Keeps watercourses free of sickly fish. Leech. Hides onto stones in still waters, sucks the blood of various aquatic animals, especially amphibians. Sucks onto aquatic animals. Its jaws are Y-shaped. Human skin is too tough to bite through. Yeah. It can sometimes break the skin, I think. But it's... if it can't break the skin... Oh, hello! Nuttery Buttery! Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my goodness, hello friends! I've been buttered! Ah, I've been buttered. Hello, Vetrovnik, was this your idea? Hello friends, how's it going? Oh my goodness, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, long time no see. How's it going? I thought this might have been you. I've been buttered. Hello everybody. Hello Tanuwiki, Carloskino, Vetrovnik, of course. And Nuttery Buttery. Oh, lasagna. I freaking love lasagna. So good. So very, very good. Thanks so much, Carloskino, for the follow. What were you playing? Let me get you a shout out. Oh no, I hate it when this happens. Shout out. Nuttery Buttery. How was your stream, friendo? And I hope you had a good one and you have got some time. Let me give you a follow. Some time to look after yourself after stream. Do your post-stream calm down. And take care of yourself and everyone else as well. You just come from another stream, so take your time to chill and breathe and relax and do what you need to do. Get a screen break as and when you need. We were playing some Valorant and earlier on made a Monster Energy tier list. Nice, fantastic. I hope you enjoyed and the Valorant went well. That sounds absolutely amazing. So I'll talk a little bit about what we're doing today. And so my name's Sam. Wildlife Sam is my username. So I'll talk a little bit about nature and the environment and stuff like that. Tad bust with assignments, so just drop a lurk. No worries. Yeah, you'll be lurking. Fantastic. You enjoy. You enjoy. All is well. I currently am down with COVID at the moment, so I'm isolating at home for a bit until I get a negative test. Fortunately, I have plenty of food. But yeah, isolating at home. But yeah, we talk about nature and sometimes I'll play Nintendo games as well and puzzle games. Hope it's not too rough. Yeah, I'm not too rough at the moment. I'm just kind of getting over it, which is interesting. When I get it, I kind of have recovered mostly from the symptoms. And it's just that I've tested positive. But yeah. So I'm not at work for a few days, which is nice to have a bit of time of peace and relaxing and stuff. But yeah, so we're playing a game called Little Mouse's Encyclopedia today, which is about this mouse that's going through all of these habitats and stuff and exploring and learning about nature and things, which is really, really fun. So that's kind of part of the vibe here. We like to learn about nature and wildlife and environment and mental health a little bit as well. And I like to play Nintendo games as well. I'm so hyped for Zelda. Is anyone else here hyped for Zelda? Did you see the trailer yesterday? If you didn't, I won't say any spoilers. Don't worry, no one's saying any spoilers here. But oh my god, it was magical. Get well soon. No residual symptoms are so annoying. They are super annoying. You've not seen the trailer, but yeah, I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited. And yesterday's trailer just got me even more hyped. I am so ready. And I'm taking the whole of May 12th. Let me move over here because we're going to be chatting for a little bit. I'm going to take the whole of May 12th. Oh, the Ganon art. I know. A lot of people are saying he's very muscular and attractive. Which is so cool. It's so cool. And the art was phenomenal. Oh my goodness. I am blown away with how much they've done with this trailer, with this game. It's so good. It's so good. I tell you, it's so good. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love with this game. I'm taking the whole day, May 12th, to play it on stream, to experience it. And I tell you, I'm going to use those abilities like crazy. Okay. Okay, this will be a spoiler, obviously, but you have seen a wingsuit. It looks like a flying squirrel. It's so good. He's like, shh. It's like a flying squirrel going through all of those lasers. It's amazing. But all of these abilities, I'm going to be testing them out and exploring the entire thing as much as I can on May 12th. And unfortunately, I'm taking the whole day. A super glider, yeah, a super glider. And it's a suit. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm taking the whole day to just explore and test things out and fuse things together and figure out what the shit is going on in Hyrule. Because the landscape looks so different. And it looks like we're going to explore underground. It looks like we're obviously exploring the skies. I hope we get to explore underwater as well. Kind of like in Twilight Princess, when you could explore underwater, or in Skyward Sword. I'm so hoping we get to do that. Also, for the readers, if any of you are interested, I am wearing merch, some of my merch at the moment, and this is my mug. This is my mug as well, that I designed. Well, I didn't design it. I commissioned an artist called Nature on Twitter. And so that's my merch website there. If you fancied on grabbing anything, I know times are hard, financial, whatever. So totally valid if you can't grab anything. But it's got a really cool pattern on the back, which I won't. Well, maybe I could get up and show you. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it a bit there. It's kind of got a little spring scene, which is very, very cool. I posted photos on my socials, so you can definitely see it there. But it's so good. It's so good. I'm biased, obviously, because I kind of put it all together, but I really love the artwork and the design, and thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's really cute. I really enjoy it and I really like it. It's very, very good. So if you want any, that's where to go. Congrats on releasing merch. Yeah, I mean, I've had it for a while, but it's really it's something I can feel really proud in myself for. Like designing and making merch and stuff, and having my own merch website, which Fourth Wall are amazing. They really support you and help you so much through the process as well, and they handle all of the shipping, and the printing and the making all the designs work. and everything, and you can design some of them yourself, but otherwise you can just tell them what you want and where you want it to be, and they'll work their magic, and it looks amazing. And this is so soft. It's so soft. It feels so nice. Like, I'm big on like textures and clothes and stuff. It's magic. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm really, really proud and really happy with how it turned out. And I've got a bag somewhere as well. And there's backpacks, there's hats, there's mugs, there's emote stickers you can get. If you want to use my emotes as stickers, you can do that. I was saying textures are super important to me, and I always try to see the material composition of things I buy. Yeah. So I'm like feeling this. It's so soft and it's so warm as well. Like, it's a bit chilly here with all the rain and stuff in the UK, and so it's really nice to have something that's a bit warm. And I'm still feeling a little bit cold with COVID as well, so it's nice to have this to kind of wrap up in and keep me warm. We've still had a kind of a cold spring. It's not quite warmed up properly yet. But soon, maybe. Soon, I can only hope. But yeah. Anyway, let me get back into the game now. Oh, the music is still playing. Right, so we've just looked at Leech. Let's look at this bivalve. Swan mussel. Feeds on small particles of dead plants and animals. Its muscular foot allows the mussel to move around. A freshwater bivalve living in muddy water in small lakes, ponds and swamps. Lifespan 5 to 15 years. Very sensitive to water purity. So again, this is going to be a really good example of a good water source, or good water quality. If you see this, you know it's a good pond, and there's a biological, if you're a conservationist and you're surveying a pond, you can get a biological life score that if it's got caddisflies, if it's got water boatmen, if it's got dragonfly nymphs, or damselfly nymphs in it, and the types of vegetation it's got, all of those things will have a certain biological score that you can attribute, and if it scores over a certain amount, you can know that that's a good pond habitat. And so this is an example of something that if you see it in a pond habitat, you can know that's a good pond. That's healthy. It's a healthy pond. Great pond snail. Freshwater snail lives up to 5 years in the ponds and lakes. 200 to 300 eggs as well. That's a lot. I remember seeing so many swan mussels and dragonfly nymphs in the river that I live close to. Not anymore though. That's really sad. That's really sad, because it's really nice to be able to see stuff like that, because you know it's a good pond. Horrible how polluted it became in the last 15 years. Yeah, that's so rough as well. How, like, when watercourses have become polluted through sewage or other means as well. It's really, really sad. Really, really sad when the wildlife goes away as well. Oh, I didn't know you can interact with these as well. So, water milfoil. The ear grows above the surface. Inflorescence. Water veneer moth larvae eat the stems. Can colonize the entire expanse of water. Perennial. Perennial refers to how it grows. So it's yearly, I think, is perennial. Colonizing slow flow water and stagnant water through the muddy or sandy bottom. What's this? Dragonfly, so this is a dragonfly larvae. They are predatory, can even catch a tadpole. It shows the mouthpiece there as well, which is really interesting. Dragonfly nymphs live in water and grow up to 4 centimeters long. Their head can extend the lower labium. The larvae lives underwater for 4 to 5, not 45 years, and after its last molt climbs to the surface and changes into a dragonfly. It's really beautiful. Perennial means they live for several years. Yeah. And changes into dragonfly. I've not seen it in person, but let me see if I can find a video. Let me see if I can find a video of a dragonfly emerging, because it's so cool. It's really cool to see. When it like emerges from its husk, from its carapace. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Dragon fly emerge. Let's see, how long is this one? Let's have a look at this one. See what it shows us. When it loads.
It's spring, and tadpoles flood the lake. The nymph feasts.
So this is it showing us feeding on the tadpoles.
It's been living this murky lifestyle for years. But it's time to move on. The only way to do that is by completely changing identity. In the dead of night, he leaves the only home he's ever known. The time to transform has arrived.
It almost looks like a thing from Alien or something, doesn't it? It's like...
The hard outer skin splits open.
And there it
a
is.
brand new thorax emerges. Wings. It's a passport to a new life. The legs harden in 30 minutes.
It's super unsettling, but also beautiful, isn't it?
Reveals its newfound
It
identity.
really is.
The dragonfly.
There we go. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating, isn't it? Should we watch the other one, see what that looks like? But it's so interesting to see. that emergence, if you're just coming out
After
of its
2.5 years living below the surface, the nymph is ready to undertake a final molt that will see it leaving its aquatic home
so
and
interesting.
embarking on a final journey to pass on its genes to the next generation. Just before dawn, on a warm July day, the nymph climbs up a reed stem and sits motionless.
This is much more calming than the other
A
one.
few minutes later, the carapace above the thorax begins to split, and the dragonfly begins to ease itself out of the nymph's exoskeleton.
Look at that. Oh, beautiful. That looks like it might be a hawker dragonfly. But don't quote me on that. And then you can see kind of the wings there.
Legs harden enough for it to support itself.
It's crazy how they live for years and nymphs only for
As
like
it
a
reorients
weeks
itself,
or a few
it
months when they're
begins the slow process of
dragonflies.
unfolding its
Yeah.
wings.
Isn't it
The
so
dragonfly
fascinating?
flexes,
They live
stretching
absolutely
its
years and
simple
years in the
exoskeleton,
pond.
steadily elongating and expanding.
And now
towards
here
its
you
full
can see it's
size.
growing. But yeah, they literally only live for like a few weeks. So short and fragile lives when they're a dragonfly or a damselfly. So fascinating.
Once the wings are fully extended, the powerful
And
muscles
look
of
at
the
that,
dragon
like if
still
that was a
rise
Zelda
to
enemy or
the
something
point
come
of
up to you,
forming
it's an
horizontal
absolute
position.
monster. It's a
The dragonfly
beast.
is now almost ready to take its maiden flight.
Like that would terrify me if that came up to me and I was small. Beautiful, so beautiful, isn't it? Majestic.
Tremors in the flight muscle are the first sign of impending departure. And finally, 12 hours after emerging as a nymph from below the surface of the pond, the flight muscles burst into life, and the dragonfly floats up into the afternoon sunshine. The pale and fragile dragonfly must now find a quiet spot to roost, while its exoskeleton hardens and develops the rich colour scheme of the adult dragonfly.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Let's make sure that autoplay is not on. Amazing. As kids we would look for the exoskeletons of both crickets and dragonflies. As kids, that's so cool. I didn't really kind of get into nature stuff until I went to college to study it, but it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Right, let's have a look at this. Freshwater sponge, 100 centimeters, feeds on protozoa plankton. Some larvae feed on the sponges. Green colour is caused by algae. Okay. Very interesting. What is this? Great ram's horn snail. So ram's horn is another way of telling good water quality. Green-brown colouring. Flat shell, 2 tentacles. Also, a fun fact, in Serbian, the name for a dragonfly is translated as fairy horse. I always imagined fairies riding them around. That's so cute. That's actually really, really cool. It's interesting to hear how much of there is tales and superstitions built up around nature. It's really fascinating. Oh, it's not telling us what these are. Oh, we've got a vole. Oh, a shrew. It's a shrew. Small eyes, small ears, dark coat. Reclusive rodent that lives on the banks of clean waterways, streams, and rivers. Active night and lives up for 2 years. Oh, that's interesting. It paralyzes prey with weak venom. Stiff hair to help it to move in water. Again, amazing. Amazing how adaptation works. Carp. Freshwater fish, ponds and lakes, grows up to 100 centimeters. Circles on the scales act like tree rings, so that's interesting. You can tell how old it is then. Omnivore, eating small animals and water plants. We've got tadpoles here. Now this is a diving beetle. Yeah, great diving beetle. Feelers. I've actually seen one of these as well when I did pond dipping a while back. One of the biggest water beetles, a good night flyer. Above the water it takes a breath several times an hour. The immature stage looks completely different from an adult beetle. The beetle lives in freshwater reservoirs, ponds and lakes. Oh, hello, almost missed this little fella. Catfish. So not a little fella. Grows up to 2 meters. 2 meters. That's big fish. Largest European fish. Lifespan is anything up to 40 years. That's about half the lifespan of a human. That's a long time for like wildlife to live. That's a very long time. 40 years. Wow. It lives in large muddy watercourses, hunts by night, and individual feeds on. So it'll feed on worms, birds. Like imagine that fish that feeds on birds. That's wild. Like how he even catches birds, which is maybe why it's partly called the catfish as well, along with the whiskers. Catfish guards its nest full of eggs. Ooh, what are you? Water spider. So it's interesting, it's got this thing here, with bubbles of air, probably help it breathe underwater. Spends its whole life underwater among the plants. It is a member of the venomous spiders. Underwater it builds an air bell into which it vents air from its abdomen. It dwells here and lives for several weeks. Beautiful, so fascinating. So here we've got frog spawn. I was trying to think of the word. Eggs in one cluster can number several thousand. Egg-laying methods vary between frog species. Frog, we got a frog. Inhabits damp lowlands with plenty of food, feeds on various insects, spiders, tadpoles, slugs. Can leap up to 1.5 meters. That's a long way. Overwinters at the bottom of ponds. Oh, here's an interesting thing actually that one of my college lecturers told me. Is that male frogs will wait at the bottom of the pond to be the first male to copulate, to reproduce. So that while they wait in the water, and they will lower their heart rate, and sometimes the pond will freeze over or whatever, and so they're then the only male in that pond. So when all the females are coming, you've got a male frog there, ready. So fascinating how nature works. Reed, hairy nodes makes a good perch for many birds, like the reeds, the reed warbler we saw earlier. The reeds are used to make hats. Again, that's another really interesting thing that people can relate to nature and interact with nature as well to make hats and things like that. Is really fascinating how we work with nature, as long as we don't harvest too much. We leave stuff for what's around. You saw a reed warbler a few days ago. I think I saw one as well actually. A while ago we saw it. Dive ducky duck. Mallard. So this is the male. This is the female. But yeah, very, very cool. Very common, very cool. A water crowfoot. Stagnant and slow flowing waters of fish ponds, pools, streams, and channels. It can cover an entire river. Flowers in May to August. Leaves are of 2 types. The growth creates a haven for fish. So yeah, there we go. There's a reed bunting. In the mating season, the male has a black head, has a discreet, quiet song, migratory, white-collared, lives on the edges of ponds in reeds and scrubs where it breeds twice a year, feeds on worms, butterflies, snails, insects you can find in the water, flies in a wavy stuttering motion, has 4 to 5 eggs. This is one of my favourite ever birds, the great crested grebe. I'll see if I can find a video actually, because the mating dance it does is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've seen it maybe once or twice, or maybe even 3 times, because I used to work at a nature reserve on a reservoir, and I've seen it a few times. It's majestic, it really is. They do this thing with the necks that they like intertwine the necks, and they'll go diving and pick up material from the bottom of the lake or the reservoir or the pond to use for a nest. It's beautiful. I'll see if I can find a video on it. And it talks about little grebes where they will ride on its back. This is so cute. I love how nature works together as well. Great crested grebes are one of my favourite birds. They are a resident species in the UK. Yes, you usually don't see them here in Serbia since they only come to breed. Yeah, they're resident here. They are, yeah. Darters. Darters. They're so fast. Like, I always quite like to photograph nature and use it. I've only got my little phone. I want to actually get a proper camera sometimes to photograph nature, but I'm pretty good with my phone. But these things, they move so fast. It's so hard. They never stay still. They'll stay still for maybe 1-2 seconds and then they're off. But they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And here's how you tell dragonflies from damselflies. First off, is the wings. So dragonflies have their wings outward, like that. Damselflies will fold their wings behind them when they're resting. So it all depends on how they have their wings when they're resting. Dragonflies will have their wings out when they're resting. Damselflies will put them up when resting. There was one other thing. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is the only thing I think we've not seen, which is the backstreamer. Oh, okay. Backstreamer. I thought this was a water boatman. So after we've had a look at this, I'll see if I can show you the mating dance of the great crested grebe, because it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The female lays eggs into the stems of aquatic plants. So I would call these a water boatman, and there's a greater water boatman and a lesser water boatman. And it's interesting that they haven't called them that. Predatory aquatic true-bug. It lives in still water and can even fly. These are another good kind of indicator of good water quality. Let's see, is there anything else? Have we had a look at these? Yeah, we have. Oh. Grey heron, Ardea cinerea. I love grey herons as well. They are so beautiful and majestic. Bill acts like a harpoon. Seeing a grey heron is really special for me as well. I love to see these. Love to see them. And we've got this reed bulrush cattail. You'll probably see these a lot. Fruiting body looks like a sausage. A bulrush is 1 to 3 meters tall. And this is a flowering rush. Perennial wetland or aquatic plant, grows to 50 to 140 centimeters. Multiplies by seeds and crawling rhizomes. Very cool. Right, let's see if we can find great crested grebe courtship dance. There we go. How long is this one? Oh, this one's only 25 seconds. Maybe there'll be a longer one. Because it does go on for quite a while. You can see then they're doing the shaking thing. Oh, I've not actually seen that. That's very cool. But you can see how they've got the material in their mouths that they'll use for a nest. And they're doing the little thing with their heads. Beautiful. So cute. I love how red their eyes are, right? Yeah, I absolutely... Every time I see them, it makes me so happy. I love seeing these. How long is this one? Maybe this one is a bit longer. It'll show a bit more. This one's got nice music in the background as well. So you can see they're doing the head thing there. It's so cool, isn't it? Look at them. Majestic. The little head bob there that one of them did. Little boop, boop. There you go. Boop, boop. Ah, so cool. I just love seeing that. It's so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Just look at that. Phenomenal. Amazing. And I think we might have explored everything in this habitat now. I'm just seeing if we've missed anything. I'm probably gonna leave the stream and lurk though. It's super fun hanging around here. Thank you so much for traveling. Thank you so much for popping by. It was great to have you. You take care of yourself, yeah? Have a good rest of your day / evening / night. And thank you so much for popping by. Yeah, okay, we've done this habitat now. So now we've got the garden. And this will be the last one. Oh, we've got butterflies. We've got butterflies in this one. So this is a thistle. Scotch thistle, downy seeds, grooved stem. Oh, loved by goldfinches. Goldfinches also love a plant called teasel, which is kind of a brown, very tall plant. Prickly plant growing to the height of 150 centimeters. It flowers from July to October, likes well-lit locations. So we've got, this is either a holly blue or a common blue. I'd need to see the underwing to know. Common blue, okay. I need to show you the underwing, because this kind of shows it a little bit there, but it doesn't show it properly. But it says that the food plant of the holly blue, the common blue, is clovers. And that is true. That's very good that you said that. But I need to show you the underwing, because the underwing is beautiful. Here it is. When it loads up. Look at that. Look at that. And so it also looks similar to the brown Argus. The brown Argus butterfly. Which, let me show you that as well. Which it can be quite confusing. Let me see it. Let's see if it shows the underwing. Yeah, here you can kind of see that's the brown Argus underwing. That's the common blue. You can see how it looks very similar. It's very easy to confuse them. Especially as the brown Argus, I think, is it the female? I think the brown Argus female or male, one of them is blue. Or has a blue tinge to it. And they will occupy the same kind of... oh, this has got a nice little comparison thing, apparently. So yeah, there's the common blue, which there the common blue is kind of looking a little bit brown because it's had its scales worn away. And there's the brown Argus. So, identifying butterflies can be a huge challenge. So here you can see the upper wing. There you can see the underwing. So similar butterflies. You can see these are all of some of the blue ones. There's the holly blue as well, but the holly blue doesn't have the same distinct patterning underneath. It looks slightly different. And the chalk hill, the silver studded, and the Adonis blue are much rarer than the common and the holly. But yeah. We've got blackbird here. Turdus marula. Absolutely beautiful. I've seen this little hop as well. It's so fun. I love blackbirds. Blackbirds are cool. Yeah. Generally, sometimes you might think that they are corvid family. You know, like your jays, your blackbird. No, not your blackbirds. Your crows, your magpies. They're thrush family. So song thrush. I'm trying to think of other thrushes now. My mind is gone, but they're thrush family, so they're Turdus marula, not corvus. Even though they are black, they're not corvid family. It won't let us look at the worm. Earwig. Oh, ugh, I hate earwigs. Ugh, they make me feel icky. They do make me feel icky whenever I see them. Frequently found in human dwellings, fields, meadows, forests. Under the elytra's wings are fan-shaped. I don't know what about them. I love most nature stuff, but earwigs just give me the ick. Oh, it's gone. We've got a poppy here, red poppy. Annual medicinal herb, widespread as a weed in meadows and fields. Obviously, a lot of symbolism, especially in the kind of the UK and stuff around kind of Memorial Remembrance Day and stuff like that. We've got nettles here, stinging nettle. You can use them actually if you crush the leaf up. You can disable the stings. And it all depends on where you hold it as well, because the stings are all kind of facing, the hairs that sting you are all facing a certain direction. So if you grab it from the opposite direction, and then you can kind of crush it, it won't sting you. You just have to be careful with it. Garden snail. Yeah. Terrestrial gastropod lives in damp places, in gardens and parks. Plant eating lives for up to 6 years. 6 years? Oh, that's impressive. I didn't know they lived that long. Moves around when it rains or just after. That's very true. Radishes. So talking about some of the garden plants they have now, which I know less about garden plants than I do about wild plants. Cabbages. Oh, they've got caterpillar. Cabbage white. For fuck's sake. I ranted about cabbage whites last time. I'm not going to do it again. We'll just say cabbage white does not exist. There are 4 types of butterfly that are white. Green-veined, orange, female orange tip. Green-veined white, small white, large white, and female orange tip are all white butterflies. None of them are called cabbage white. Get it. This annoys me. I ranted about this last time. So I won't repeat what I said. You'll just have to go and check out that stream. But yeah, it annoys me. Cabbage white is not real. Though some of them do eat cabbages. But yeah. Not all of them do. But everything else they say here is accurate. Lettuce. Lettuce go. One of the most common ingredients of salad. Yeah, cool. Leafy vegetable cultivated throughout its history. Smooth or crinkly leaves, bunches up to form a head. Oh, flowers resemble a dandelion. Now I did not know that. So we've got a spring onion. One of these is probably a spring onion. Or no, an actual onion. Sessile leaves. Sessile means stalkless. Papery skin. Central Asia. That's really interesting that they're telling you where it comes from as well. Onions and honey. A common cold salve. Oh, I have onions and I have honey. Maybe that'll help me. Garlic. Sessile leaves, garlic flowers, segmented. I have so much garlic. Perennial plant from Central Asia, grows to a height of 40 centimeters. Wow. We've got parsnip and carrot here. Brussels sprouts. Oh, parsley. Oh, is that a soldier beetle or a cardinal beetle? On the carrot. Oh, a minstrel bug. Look at this patterning, it's so cool. An abundant shield bug found in meadows, glades, woodlands, edges, and gardens. When threatened, emits a stinky secretion. Female lays eggs on flowers. Young minstrel bugs are omnivorous. Feed on nectar from the flowers of plants related to the carrot. We've got a leek and a cauliflower. Leek. Field pea. Annual climbing vine. Cool, cool. Ladybug, ladybird, ladybird, flyway. Home is a well-known rhyme. I don't know. Here's another interesting thing. I've actually seen a ladybird larvae. This is the ladybird larvae. It's actually a lot bigger than a ladybird is, but it kind of rolls up into a ladybird. It kind of has like a red and black and orange back, but it kind of goes like it's so interesting to see. One of the most well-known bugs, good flower. It is even called the ladybird. Yeah. So I'm in the UK, so I call it a ladybird. This is a swallowtail butterfly. Absolutely beautiful. You probably will recognise this one from Animal Crossing, because it is in Animal Crossing, I think. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. It's quite big as well. Quite a big butterfly, this one. Tomatoes. Oh, that's one of my favourite butterflies. Flowers get pollinated by bees and bumblebees, various types and shapes. And ornamental plants from South America. So this is really interesting. Peacock. People think that the things on here, like the actual peacock, are meant to resemble eyes as like a predator rather than a prey. It's so interesting. So interesting. I love this butterfly. Oh, we've got a collared dove. Collared dove here. Is obviously pigeon family. And it's called a collared dove because of this bit here. Apple tree. Oh, we've got a blue tip there. Oh, that's a hoopoe. European honeybee, Apis mellifera. Absolutely fascinating. Actually, we got to dissect some of these in uni. It's really interesting. So this is what the stinger looks like. Obviously, honeybees, they will sting you only once and then they die. And you get three types. There's the drone, there's the worker, and the queen. The drones are the males, and they're in charge of defending the hive. The workers are the female, and it's a very matriarchal society as well, bees. So then you've got the queen. And the queen has a much more slender abdomen, whereas here you can see it's kind of rounded. So this would be probably a worker or a drone. And the entire purpose of the drones is the male bees is reproduction and defense of the hive. Workers are the ones that produce the honey, and queens will mate with the drones. And will kind of keep the hive together. A hive without a queen is useless. That hive will not last very long. And there's a really interesting woman on TikTok that she goes to people's houses and rescues beehives from them, and it's so interesting watching her. I'll see if I can I'll see if I can find, maybe if I search bee lady TikTok. I can't remember her actual name. But it's really calming. This one. It's so fascinating seeing everything she does. I always love watching her videos.
Bees had been living in this backyard shed for at least 2 years. The landlord wanted to call an exterminator, but the family who lived here wanted to save the bees, so they called me. When I lifted up the floor, I found a huge hive full of gentle bees. The hive was so big I had to remove another section of floor to access the entire thing. Then I started removing the hive. Whatever I removed from the original hive went right into the new one, so the bees would have everything they need to survive. After I removed all of the comb, I started scooping bees into the new hive. As soon as I put the bees by the new hive, they marched right in. Then a stream of bees began running out from under the floor into the new hive. So I waited and watched to see if I could spot the queen bee in the crowd.
So you can see there, the queen has a very slender kind of abdomen compared to these bees here.
Some bees began sending signals to help the other bees find their way home. I left the hive overnight.
So it's interesting what they're doing there is they're using pheromones. So I'm really glad that she actually shows that. What was it?
Once the queen was in the new hive, some bees began sending.
So here, the queen gives off very specific pheromones, which is how bees know what to do and what they respond to as well. Is they respond to these specific scents and pheromones and different things. So now these bees, now that the queen has moved over to the new hive, it's these workers, these drones, no, these are the workers actually, they're telling the other bees, okay, the queen has moved, we need to go follow the queen. So it's really fascinating that the queen is central to how the hive functions and works.
Signals to help the other bees find their way.
So I'm glad she kind of shows that.
Overnight, and by the next day, the entire colony was in their new home, and it was another great day of saving the bees.
Let's see if we can watch this one. But I like how she's cool. And it's so calming listening to her voice as well.
I got a call to remove a colony of bees from this backyard compost bin, and here's how I did it. First, I started to carefully remove the comb structure of the hive. I fit the pieces of comb that had baby bees and the bees' food into wooden frames. Next, it was time to start scooping bees into the new hive. I always wear protective equipment when I need to, but since I work with bees almost every day, I've learned to read their behavior and could tell that these bees, like most honeybees, were very gentle and would not try to sting me. So I kept removing comb and removing bees from the bin, all while looking for the queen bee. After I removed most of the bees, I saw the queen crawling up the side of the bin, so I put her in a clip to keep her safe. She's the largest bee in the colony, which makes her a little easier to find. There she is. I put the queen in the new hive, and all the other bees started to follow her in. I had to get a bigger hive because there were so many bees, but after most of them went in the hive, I closed it up and carried it back to my truck, and it was another great day of saving the bees.
This is a really interesting thing as well, is that not all hives will accept a new queen. So sometimes some hives don't actually have a queen because the old one has died, or for whatever reason. So some beekeepers will have new queens to introduced into a new hive. They're introduced again through scents, through pheromones, through things like that. But the hive, if they do not accept the queen, will try and kill the new queen. And so they have to kind of protect the queen if they do that. But again, it's so fascinating, so fascinating. There's just so much you can research and learn about this. It's so cool. So let's go on page, and I'll copy the link and post it in chat for you, so you can go in. If you're on TikTok, go and check out her channel because she's amazing. She's really, really cool. Then we've got the blue tit here, Cyanistes caeruleus. Absolutely beautiful. I called them the ninja bird because they're very fast. If you ever have a bird feeder and you've got blue tits at your bird feeder, they'll stay there for maybe 2 to 5 seconds, and then they're gone, and they're back, and they're gone, and they're back, and they're gone, and they're back. They're very fast paced. They don't stay anywhere very long. So they'll be there and they'll back. Probably to kind of protect themselves from predators. Because if you stay in one place for too long, you open yourself up to more predators. Here's the hoopoe. I love the hoopoe. It's so beautiful, and it's so fascinating with this little feathers on its head. It's migratory from Africa, I think. From Africa it comes. So cute. So cool. I love it. I love the hoopoe. You often see it more in southern areas. Where I was from the north, so I never saw one. But they're often much more down south in kind of warmer climates. But they're so cool. They are so cool. I love them. And you've got pairs here. Okay, I think we've explored everything in the garden. Or have we checked this? Red currant. Inconspicuous flowers. The deciduous fruit shrub or small tree of flowers from April to May. The berries are popular with blackbirds. So why is the blackbird not over there? Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool that you can kind of see them interact with their environment. What are you? Woodlouse. Oh, woodlouse. Okay. Very cool. So I think we've actually explored everything. So I think we've explored everything. So I'll see what we can do. But that is Little Mouse's Encyclopedia. It's a very short game. I've taken a lot longer. It's taken me 2 streams to do this, but it should even really, if you go through it fast and you don't ramble and waffle and shit like I have, then it could take you maybe half an hour to complete. It's a very short game, but it's so cute and so sweet. So you can get it on Steam, and it's a really, really good game. Really short game, great for kids. Absolutely great for kids. And so it's a really good game if you wanted to show that to anybody. It's Little Mouse's Encyclopedia, and it's so cute. It's absolutely adorable. But yeah, I'm going to think of something else to play. Maybe we'll play some Dorfromantik, or maybe I'll play some... what was it? Maybe we'll play some. Oh frick! What was it called? Wandering Village or Terra Nil. Actually, we could play Terra Nil because I was going to play that as well. We could play some of that, but I'm going to take like 5 minutes just to pop to the loo and take a break. So I'll be right back. Okay, so there is not enough time for me to get into another game, I think. So what I'm just going to do is I'll look for someone to raid, and we'll end it a little bit early. See if Javs is still alive. Javs is still alive. So I could raid Javs. Or it's Ollie or Holly or Bablo. Let's raid Javs. So we're raiding my friend Javs, and if you want to join the raid, there's the raid and the sub-raid messages. And I do really like Javs. Javs is a wonderful friend and a wonderful streamer. So it would be great if you can drop some support over to him. And he's playing this new game called The Murderer Sonic the Hedgehog. Bum bum bum. So it'll be absolutely fantastic if you can drop some support over to him. Raid Javs plays. Yeah. I'll see you all over on the other side, and I'll be streaming tomorrow with Pokemon Infinite Fusion, so it'd be fantastic if you can join for that as well, and that'll be around the same time as I started today, about 8 PM GMT, no, not GMT, because we're not in GMT, BST. And if you want to join the Discord as well, that's where you go. It'd be fantastic if you would have us join. And we'll go and send support over to our good friend Javs_plays, playing The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll see you all soon. Bye, friends.